Welcome to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili, and thank you for watching. We start the show this week with a budget approval. The County Council has approved a $4.99 billion operating budget for fiscal year 2015. This year's budget is just over 3% more than last year. Officials say Montgomery County is slowly recovering from the recession that has tested the county's resilience. Susan Kennedy has the story.
The Montgomery County Council are in full agreement.
The unanimous vote comes after weeks of work sessions and deliberations. It includes expanded library hours, more school resource officers, and money to fix roads. But one of the biggest feats of this budget is the agreement with Montgomery County Public Schools to increase school spending.
Well, I'm most proud of the fact that people came together and understood that there's a balance of priorities that are important to everyone, and realizing that while we might not get every single priority that we want, a lot of them are represented in this budget. There were a lot of shortfalls in this budget too. There are a lot of good programs that didn't get the necessary funding, and so that's always a challenge for us when we're dealing with limited resources.
This budget protects core services and safety net programs. The county continued its strong support of the Montgomery Cares program by adding close to $1 million to increase reimbursement for services by the agency. Council Vice President George Leventhal says he's pleased to see these critical services getting the support they need.
We're going to be adding substantial numbers of housing placements for formerly homeless clients, which has been a tremendous priority for the executive and council, and I'm very gratified that our homelessness rate is declining.
The county will also be adding 2 new school resource officers, 8 more than were included in the executive's original budget. Adding these positions will give the county 1 SRO at every high school. The council also cut the energy tax increase by 7%. The measure was put in place back in 2010 with the provision of a sunset. Though some wanted to cut the tax even more, members were pleased they were able to pass some savings on to the taxpayer.
Understanding that budgets are about, balancing the needs, and for me, making sure that our most vulnerable are taken care of is really, truly an important priority.
The fiscal year 2015 budget officially goes into effect July 1st. In Rockville, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
County Executive Ike Leggett had submitted the budget to Council over 2 months ago. Here is the Executive's reaction to Council's approval of his FY15 operational budget.
I'm delighted. I think that the budget was approved fairly close to the recommendations that we made. It's always a tough decision when you're trying to balance so many competing needs in the county. But I think the Council under Craig Rice's leadership, I think that they did a wonderful job, and they should be commended for making adjustments. Adjustments were relatively minor compared to the overall budget itself. So it maintained, I think, the big emphasis toward education. It certainly ensured that we would enhance a lot of environmental areas in this budget. It protected, I think, the overall push that we're making in terms of public safety. So I think overall it's a wonderful budget, and I think that they should be commended for their leadership in it.
Executive Ike Leggett joined other local and state officials in the green lighting of Maryland 355 and Cedar Lane intersection project in Bethesda. The new traffic light is part of the BRAC-related improvements that have been made to ease traffic around the Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. It is one of the most congested intersections in the county, and a new traffic light should improve traffic flow for vehicles and pedestrians.
To be stuck in traffic when you see no prospects of relief is a daunting leadership challenge. To be stuck in traffic, you see that they're actually working and something is about to happen is something that we can really promise and deliver to our citizens, and they accept that and respect that. I want to thank all the neighborhoods around here for your hard work, your push to us to make certain that your concerns were well taken into consideration.
Executive Ike Leggett was joined by several state and federal officials to highlight the base realignment and closure project improvements that have been made to ease traffic around the Walter Reed National Military Medical Center.
Today we're announcing that we're investing $70 million in projects throughout our state to support our BRAC communities in Aberdeen, and Fort Meade, and Bethesda. And that starts right here, where 50,000 cars drive this section of Rockville Pike every day. So we're going to give this project literally, figuratively, literally, a green light by investing nearly $14 million on road improvements here.
The medical center has about 1 million visitors a year, plus staff of over 11,000, making it one of the busiest and congested areas in the county, which received nearly $120 million from the federal government to make transportation improvements.
We were here not that many years ago announcing the fact that through our efforts we were able to receive the funding. But today's the day the funding actually begins to go to work on these projects. And that is going to involve a fair amount of patience on the local community, right? At the end of the day, we're trying to make sure that these transportation investments work for two purposes. Number one, we want to make sure that the men and women who serve our country don't have to, as Senator Mikulski said, come back from fighting for our country overseas and have to fight traffic to get the health care that they need, and their families who are visiting them, and to the medical personnel who are providing those services. We want to make sure they have access.
The county's Department of Transportation has completed construction on several sidewalks, added turning lanes, and rush hour monitoring systems. Next year, we'll begin a $68 million project to construct major upgrades to the Medical Center Metro Station. Montgomery County officials celebrated the official opening of the Circuit Courthouse's new South Tower in downtown Rockville. My MC Media's Sonia Burke recently toured the building and reports that it is designed for the future. Sonia?
I'm at the courthouse's new South Tower inside one of the state-of-the-art courtrooms where technology is on full display.
If you were in a courtroom and you were in a trial and you were presenting evidence, this is two means to do it. Some type of document or a picture for the document camera.
There are 10 new courtrooms, 8 new hearing rooms, and additional office space in the South Tower, which is located at the intersection of Jefferson Street and Maryland Avenue in downtown Rockville. At the official ribbon-cutting ceremony, local officials said the building is designed to serve the county well into the future.
By having the South Tower, we're able to address all of those concerns in terms of safety, convenience, and efficiency. And it also has a great deal of environmental features in it as well.
It is technologically efficient. We've made the maximum use of technology. We're able to handle electronic exhibits. Soon we'll be doing electronic filing, the electronic storage of case information.
We're proud to say that we are the only LEED Gold certified courthouse in the state of Maryland, and we're one of only 6 in the country.
The estimated cost of this project is $140 million, and officials say morale has improved at the courthouse since it opened.
When you go into their offices and into the area where the clerks people are working, it's quiet, they're so happy, and they're smiling, and everything is so nice and clean and new, and they're working very hard to keep it that way.
It's finally done, and that it's a beautiful facility in terms of its design, but also the function of it is what's the key. What is produced by this building and by the people in it is justice. That's its product, and really you need to make sure that that is not delayed, because then it's denied.
For County Report this week, I'm Sonia Burke.
When we come back, one of the local libraries opens a digital media lab to serve youth at risk. And Executive Ike Leggett celebrates Bike to Work Day by offering a bike share discount to county employees.
Election Day is fast approaching. Is your voter registration accurate and up to date? Has your name or address changed? Go to 777vote.org or call 240-777-VOTE to check your current registration. Deadline is June 3rd at 9 p.m. If you can't make it to the polls on Election Day or during early voting, absentee ballots are available now. Just go to our website and submit an application. Remember, your time, your voice, your vote.
Hi, I'm Heidi Scott. I work in the Department of Permitting Services for Montgomery County in the Well and Septic Program. Permitting Services encourages the use of geothermal heating and cooling systems for residences and other buildings. These systems do not burn fossil fuels and save their owners money on their utility bills. Montgomery County's Permitting Services is helping to build a brighter, more efficient tomorrow by finding green ways to build safely.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. County Executive Ike Leggett celebrated the official opening of the Digital Media Lab at the Long Branch Library. This lab is the first of its kind at a Montgomery County public library, and it provides creative digital programs for at-risk youth, exposing them to new technologies and helping them develop job skills for the 21st century workforce.
What this library is doing is two things. One, it is partnered with the Gandhi Brigade to help provide the material, help provide the training that people need for our digital media access that we now have in the libraries. We have 8 Mac computers here that are properly programmed. We have the science kits available to students as well, and I had a demonstration of one just a moment ago about weather, also about insects that you could check out, which is really, really quite unique.
The Digital Media Labs are part of the Executive's Positive Youth Development Initiative. Additional labs are planned for the Silver Spring and Wheaton libraries. Summertime is a great time to catch up on some reading and sharpen those reading skills. The county's public libraries will begin registration for the summer reading programs on June 1st. Children and teens are invited to participate in this year's program to be held through August 9th. Participants can sign up for the program and keep track of the books they read. To register, visit montgomerycountymd.gov/library. And now we get a transportation update from Tom Polk from the county's Department of Transportation about a new traffic light on New Hampshire Avenue. Tom?
Hi, I'm Tom Pogue, Community Relations Manager for the Department of Transportation. Here's an update from Montgomery County. County Executive Isaiah Leggett recently joined officials and community members at a ceremony to celebrate the installation of a new traffic signal on New Hampshire Avenue at Quain Acres Drive. The signal will improve pedestrian safety and enhance access to the White Oak Library and the soon-to-be-opened 3rd District Police Station. The Quain Acres Civic Association was the driving force behind getting this traffic signal installed. New Hampshire Avenue, Maryland 650, is a state road, but funding for the signal was provided by the County Department of General Services as part of the nearby police station project. MCDOT installed the signal. Joining Mr. Leggett were County Council members Sherry Branson, State Delegate Tom Hucker, who was instrumental in working out an agreement with the State Highway Administration, Delegate Sheila Hickson, and Jeru Banday, Director of the East County Regional Services Center. A number of members from the Quain Acres community came out to celebrate, led by Becky Snyder, Vice President of the Quain Acres Citizens Association. We're working to keep you moving.
Despite the wind and rain, many came out to celebrate Bike to Work Day. As part of the celebration, the executive announced that the county will offer employees a discount for a limited time on a Capital Bike Share membership. The $25 discounted membership serves to encourage county employees to give Bike Share a try for 1 month with unlimited 30-minute rides. Leggett also announced that the use of Montgomery County's Bike Share program nearly doubled from March to April. The number of trips originating in Montgomery County grew from 1,630 in March to nearly 3,200 in April. It is official, the District 3 Police Station is already open to the public. Here's Lucille Bauer from the county's police department with an update on this new state-of-the-art facility. Lucille?
The Montgomery County Police Department has opened its first new district station in 30 years, and that would be a new 3rd District station serving the greater Silver Spring area. That's on the east side of the county, from the Montgomery County District line up to the Montgomery County-Howard County line. The new station is centrally located at 1002 Milestone Drive with a 20904 area code. Along with the new address comes a new phone number, 240-773-6800. And of course, calls to the old number will be transferred. The old station at 801 Sligo Avenue was built in 1962, and it really could no longer meet the needs of the staff, the community, and technological advances. The substations for the 3rd District, one located at Firehouse Number 1 on Georgia Avenue and the other at the East County Regional Services Center on Briggs Cheney Road, will remain operational. We are hoping that everyone will be able to come to the ribbon-cutting ceremony that will take place on Saturday, June 7th at 10:30, and tours of the station will be offered until 1:30 in the afternoon. The Montgomery County Police Department serves 6 districts throughout the county, and if anyone has a question about which district their home or business is within, you can go to the Montgomery County Police website at www.mymcpnews.com and look under district stations.
When we come back, we'll take you to the commencement ceremony at the university's at Shady Grove campus. And MC's track and field team shines at the Nationals. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili. The MCPS Office of Special Education and Student Services recently held a countywide information summit. Let's find out more.
Parents, caregivers, educators, and community members gathered May 17th at Rockville High School for the first MCPS Special Education Summit. The summit was organized by the school district in partnership with community organizations to share and exchange ideas to better meet the needs of students receiving special education services.
Today is an opportunity to come together and to figure out how we as a community can continue to serve our children in ways that they deserve.
This event is extremely important. Our parents need us to provide good quality services for their children. They want to trust that we're going to deliver on those services. And so engagement is just important, and hearing the parents' voice is critically important as well.
We're going to talk about and celebrate what's good about people, what's good about our students.
The keynote presentation given by Dr. Barbara Miller of Portland State University emphasized neurodiversity, a strengths-based approach to education.
Particularly in special education, it was really based as a deficit approach to education. But really what we're trying to look at now is a more neurodiverse approach to education and to celebrate people's strengths and to say, let's build on what you can do rather than hammer away at what you can't do.
Reach out. Attendees also had the opportunity to participate in a number of workshops in which they explored ways to help children they care for to be successful. Workshop topics included autism strategies, peer support for parents, technology for students with disabilities.
Parents are the first teachers, and they are the most important teachers. And it requires a true partnership between the school system and the home.
There's so many other parents with children with needs and similar circumstances, and all looking for answers how to help their children better, especially to navigate a world that isn't always understanding of special needs.
There's a lot of mental work that goes along with parenting a special needs child. You have to have a strong mental foundation, and so when you feel supported, that really, really helps. So I'm really excited that they started this.
Based on the success of this first summit, MCPS will hold a special education summit annually to include national speakers and an expanded array of sessions for parents and the community. The universities at Shady Grove held its annual graduation celebration, honoring graduates from 9 Maryland public universities at its campus in Rockville. My MC Media's Valerie Bunk has a story. Valerie?
I'm here at the Universities of Shady Grove, where graduates are being honored as part of the largest graduating class seen here in Rockville.
Tonight I wish to share with you my story, a story of change. My story begins with my goal to make it through high school. College was out of the question.
Yet after talking with advisors at the universities at Shady Grove, Joanna, who was diagnosed with a disease that caused her to progressively lose her vision, decided to give it a shot. The former homeschooler now has earned a degree in special education from Towson with a 4.0 GPA and hopes to have a career in the Montgomery County public school system.
The community has been very welcoming, very supportive, and I've absolutely loved my experience here at Shady Grove to get my bachelor's degree. So despite all of the challenges that I face with my disability, everybody's been very supportive and helpful, and I really could not have asked for a better experience.
To know back from when she first was diagnosed with her eye condition, just, knowing the difficulties she would have, and to see her today being at the end of her college education and, succeeding at what she's doing and being able to inspire others through speaking at this event is just unbelievable.
Joanna is one of the 700 plus graduates in the 2014 class from the universities of Shady Grove, who were honored at the annual graduation celebration, the largest graduating class since its creation in 2000.
We have about half of the students who come here are the first in their families to get a degree, and we know that if we weren't here, most of them would not have been able to complete a bachelor's degree, and that's what's exciting about being here.
Congressman John Delaney was the ceremony's keynote speaker.
There's a hard path and an easy path. Always take the hard path. It's always the right thing to do. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to keep working at it.
For County Report this week, I'm Valerie Bong.
And the universities at Shady Grove campus will soon have a new academic building and a new parking structure. Executive Ike Leggett joined state and university officials to celebrate the expansion plan for the universities at Shady Grove. The academic building will be the fourth for the campus, and it will house biomedical and engineering degree programs.
Keep in mind that we made this commitment in the midst of a very difficult recession. We're taking $20 million to advance this project in terms of building the parking facility. And there are lots of other demands for this, but if you think about the future for Montgomery County, and you think about the jobs that we're anticipating, you think about what we have said about this county and how we want to diversify our economy, this is a must for us. This is something that we have to do. Otherwise, we'll be left behind.
This year, the Maryland General Assembly secured funds for the new $170,220,000 square foot complex, while Montgomery County officials approved $20 million for the funding of the new parking structure. Opening of the Biomedical Sciences and Engineering Academic Complex is targeted for the fall of 2018. Montgomery College's track and field team stood tall on the national stage last week, and MCTV's Michael Brown was there to follow the action.
MC's track and field program just gets stronger every year, and the recent NJCAA National Track and Field Meet in New York was definitive proof of that. Competing against much larger teams, MC recorded 19 top 8 finishes as 13 Raptors received NJCAA All-American honors. They kicked off day one with a bang when the men's 4x800 meter relay team of Charles Acevedo, Dwayne Johnson, Jaydeep Donick, and Tom McIntyre brought home the national championship while also breaking the school record.
It was good to set the tone for the weekend and let the team know that we're here to win some events. But now it's time to focus on the next 2 days and cheer everybody else on and bring home some more hardware.
Over the next 2 days, the Raptors continued to impress. Denzel Washington took a silver in men's triple jump. Kiana Daly took home a silver in women's discus. Neiman Thompson sprinted to a silver in men's 400 meters, and Thomas McIntyre grabbed 2 more silver medals in the 1500 and 800 meters. And in the meet's last event, the Raptors 4x400 meter relay team of Charles Watts, Tom McIntyre, Saheed Osheiler, and Neiman Thompson won a second national championship with a thrilling come-from-behind win.
Honestly, it feels very, very great. In my first year, I didn't experience this. We came in 4th my first year, but now it feels like very, very good right now. I can sleep good.
And the entire team should sleep well after their determined and inspirational performance at the Nationals, as overall the Raptors men's team finished 4th in the country and the women's team 11th. For County Report this week from Montgomery College, I'm Michael Brown.
When we come back, health authorities warn about Lyme disease. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
The Montgomery College Foundation has hundreds of scholarship opportunities available, and students can apply for all of them with one online application. Just visit montgomerycollege.academicworks.com and enter your MyMC password and ID to complete your foundation scholarship application. Registration for summer and fall classes at Montgomery College has begun, so now's the best time to sign up for the classes you want when you want to take them. Register in person at any of our 3 campuses or online anytime, 24 hours a day. Former MC Board of Trustees Chair Dr. Michael Lynn received the Roscoe Nix Distinguished Community Leadership Award at the annual Montgomery Serves Awards event. Dr. Lynn was honored for his extraordinary volunteerism and service to the county.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. County health officials urge residents to learn about Lyme disease and how to protect themselves when outdoors. Tick bites and tick-borne diseases, including Lyme disease, have become a serious public health issue, and it is important to prevent and seek treatment quickly if infected. Symptoms of Lyme disease may include headaches, fever, muscle and joint aches, fatigue, and a distinctive bull's-eye-shaped skin rash. Part of prevention include to avoid tick-infested areas such as tall grass and dense vegetation. For more information about Lyme disease, go to montgomerycountymd.gov/Lyme disease. Today, our friends at Brookside Gardens bring us some tips on what to do when you're moving your houseplants outside during the summertime.
Hi, I'm Kathy Stevens, and I'm the Conservatory Manager at Brookside Gardens, and I'm here to give you a few tips about how to make the transition for your houseplants from inside the house to outside the house where they can really enjoy the summer weather. Mid-May is usually the time when night temperatures are rising into the 50s. And you really want to wait until night temperatures are at least 55 on a regular basis before you start to move your tender tropicals outside for good. You also have to remember that your houseplants that have been inside have been in a lot of shade all winter long, and you can't just throw them outside into the full sun. Cells will die and the plant's going to have to grow new leaves. So it's really a good idea when you first move your plants outside that you put them in a partially shaded or mostly shaded place, under a tree or under a deck or in the shade of your house. For the first couple of days, you want them to get some sun, but just not for more than an hour or 2 at a time.
For more gardening tips, you can visit brooksidegardens.org. It is kitten season, and Kathy Stanhope from the Humane Society is here with us, and she brings us 2 little ones. Kathy?
This is Kathy Stanhope with your Pet of the Week at the Montgomery County Humane Society, and it's kitten season. Look what I've got here, 2 little adorable guys. Actually, one's a girl, one's a male. It's Pippin and Rigby. They're wonderful little guys. They're just about 4 months old. They are spayed and neutered. So come visit us at MCHS off of Goody Drive, or give us a call at 240-252-2555, or visit the kittens on the web at mchumane.org.
And with that, we close this edition of County Report this week. Remember to like us on Facebook and to join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. We leave you today with some images of Montgomery College's Rockville campus. I'm Lorna Virgili, and thank you for watching.